Namaste. This is Dr. Devish Kapoor, serving as a lecturer at Dr. Dayaram Patel Pharmacy College, which is located at Bardoli, which is in the Gujarat state. My topic for this video is tablets. Tablets is a widely used solid dosage form for formulation purpose. Now the outcome of the video it will be we can get the idea what is or how can we define the tablet. What will be the advantages of tablets? Why we are using tablet as a dosage form, and what are the advantages of that dosage form? That's why we are using tablet. Definitely some advantages are there, so there will be some disadvantages. So there are some disadvantages of tablet. That's why we are using some other dosage form such as liquid or semi-solid, or we are formulating those drugs in some other dosage form. What kind of excipients we are using in the formulation of tablets? So we'll start with that. First is the introduction. So tablet, as I told you, is a widely used solid dosage form. The first very common thing regarding tablet, it is very cheap. It is very cheap drug. It is very cheap dosage form, or we can say the formulation cost is very less for formulating the tablets. So if we define this, it is a compressed solid unit dosage form containing medicament or medicaments. There will be a single active pharmaceutical ingredient or maybe a combination of drugs which are usually circular in shape, or the shape may be different. It will be flat or biconvex. It is a solid dosage form containing medicaments with or without excipients. There is a possibility when we can use different kind of excipients, or sometime we are formulating a tablet without excipients. If we see the global market or Indian market, so it is the most popular dosage form. We can see most of the drugs they are formulating in tablet or maybe in solid dosage form. So if we see 70% of the total medicines which are dispensed or which are formulated, which is in the form of tablet. It is a unit dosage form. As we have seen, it is a compressed, so we can use the method compressing a drugs, or we are using the mixture of drugs with or without diluents. Diluents is nothing, just kind of an excipient. Here is some questions regarding the first slide what we have discussed, like what is or how we can define a tablet, and the second one like total medicines what we are dispensing in the form of a tablet, the percentage. So it is like for the learners. So there are some advantages of tablets. First is like it is easy to administer, so anybody can easily take the tablet. It is a unit dosage form, so definitely the total amount, like suppose 500 milligram tablet you are taking, so entire 500 milligram you are taking. So that is the accuracy in dose. Light and compact, it is light in weight, it is small, you can take it with you where you want. It is economical. Definitely this is a very, very important parameter when you are formulating any dosage form, because it should be economical, so the maximum people can access or maximum people can use that particular drug or particular medicine. Bitter and nauseous substances can be easily dispensed. Some kind of bitter and nauseous substances which is like unacceptable odors are there. So by using different kind of excipients such as sweetening agent or some kind of like flavors, we can mask that kind of bitterness. So we can use that kind of excipients for the formulating of tablets. Use enteric coating to deliver the sustained release. This is very important. Again, enteric coated tablets if we are talking about. So like sustained release, when we are formulating that kind of tablets, where sustained release or controlled release, so we can use different kind of polymers for coating of tablet. And the meaning of enteric coating is like it is passing the gastric environment and it is releasing the drug into the intestine. So that is we can achieve or we can do in the form of tablet by using enteric coating. Next one is the disadvantages. Definitely there are some disadvantages. Problem with the compression to crystalline drug. Definitely if we are using the compression method, so the drug is a crystalline, so we can see some kind of problems. Hygroscopic drugs are not suitable for the compressed tablets again, and some of the drugs which are having low or the poor water solubility or dissolution is low, so definitely there is a difficulty in formulation, and the cost of the production of the your formulation of the medicines, it will be increased if we are using some kind of coating, as we have seen an enteric coating or some encapsulation we are using to removing the bitterness or unpleasant taste. So definitely the costing of that particular formulation or particular medicine, it will be increased because we are using some kind of extra coating or encapsulation to that particular tablet. Bitter and nauseous substances, it can be easily dispensed we have seen this. Reflection spot, again there are some kind of questions for the learners. What are the advantages and the disadvantages of tablets? And coming to the next slide, where we are using or where we are discussing about the different excipients we are using in the tablet formulation. The first one is a diluent. Diluent is a thing, or like diluent are substances which are needed to increase the bulk when the quantity of the medicament is very small. Suppose we are formulating a tablet of 1 milligram or like 5 milligrams, so the quantity of the medicament is very small. So for giving a shape so that we can formulate a tablet, we are using some kind of a diluent to increase the bulk of that particular tablet. We can use lactose, sucrose, dextrose as an example for the diluents. Glidants, again it is a kind of a excipient to improve the flow properties of the granules when we are formulating a tablet. So like from the and the granules are coming from the hopper to the dye, so definitely flow property should be same, or like flow property should be it should be free flow. So to improve the flow properties of the granules, we are adding glidants. Lubricants, again it is an excipient which reducing the interparticular friction during the compression and between tablet and D-wall during injection of tablets, between tablet and the wall during injection of tablet. So example, we can use talc for using as a lubricant. Binding agents specifically increase the strength of the granules, so that we are adding binding agents so that the tablets keep intact after compression. So that's why we are using different kind of binding agents. So here are some questions for the learners, like what are the list of the 3 names excipients which we are used which we can use in the formulation of tablets. What will be the example of glidants and what will be the example of diluents. This will be the end of my video, and thank you so much.